Okay, good morning. This is Alok here from Waking Wise. As usual, meditations from Vedant. Request all the participants to mute their microphones. Sit back, relax, and have a great time. Keep your back L5S1 straight. Use cushions, use slumbers, use whatever mechanisms where you feel you can keep your back and spine straight as long as possible. Close your eyes. Today we are going to do a mixture of two parts, right? One is called as being unbusy, right? Vishya avyasta. We always attached and busy with subjects. And then the second part is while being busy or while being unbusy, we are always in a state of bliss with subjects. Vishayanand. Purakaha. Take a deep long breath. Re chakaha. Purakaha. Re chakaha. Let the mind wander wherever it feels to wander. Purakaha. Re chakaha. Purakaha. Deep, long breaths. Look at where the mind is. Today we'll try and cover 40% Vedant, 60% Yogic Vedant. Re Chakaha. Chase the mind. The mantra is chase the mind. But keep breathing. Dual focus. Dual purpose. Rakaha. Deep breathing, deep inhalation. Re Chakaha. Chase the mind. Where is the mind going? It is definitely going in the material world. What does it do there? It's hunting for bliss. Why? Because it wants to keep itself busy. Purakaha. Why does it want to keep itself busy? That's what the whole crux is all about. It wants to keep itself busy for the fundamental reason that it finds happiness in subjects and objects. Re Chakaha. Well, the truth is, it is simply hunting escapism from being in the present. Because being in the present is action, and the mind doesn't want to do action at any point in time. It just wants to be in a state of speculation or imagination. Purakaha. Now, imagine that you are busy with just one of the subjects and the objects of your greatest attachment. There are five senses. Re Chakaha. There are five senses: eyes, nose, touch, smell, and sound. Right? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. And that produces five elements of touch. Now, I will not say Pura Krecha, you keep on continuing deep, long breaths. When the eyes go and marry with the material subjects of its own nature, you get to see vision. When the eyes go and marry the material subjects of its nature, then you get to have attached to vision. Imagine in your mind whatever picture is running, and trust your mind that this picture is not the present picture. This is either the picture of past or either the picture of future. Or because if it is past, then it has happened where the picture is running in your mind. If it is future, the imagination engine is on. The imagination engine is on. Let the mind waver in either the imagination or the speculations of the past, right? The repentance of the past, let it go there. Let it be busy. Find out what is that event where it still wants to run through it. Let that only picture, that only film run in your mind. It can be of past, it can be of future. Normally, 75% of the times the mind wavers in the past because it has its own memories to do that. And these memories are not of this incarnation. These memories come from incarnations behold and beyond this existence, this bodily existence. Yes, let the memories run as deep as possible, but choose only one event. Let not the mind run an array of films. Let it run only one film with only one scene. What is that one scene? Grab the scene, hold it from its ends, both the ends. Hold it tight. What do you find? There is a specific reason why the mind wanders in the past. Because it wants us to learn something from it. It wants us to get justice of the event which has happened in the past. It wants us to remind something to ourselves which may come in the future. Right? If there are 100% events which are in the past, why don't those 100% events come back to us as regular visualizations? There is a reason for that. There's something which is troubling us internally because when that event was happening, we were completely into the event. We were completely into the event. We had married the subjects and the objects. We were completely one with the event. We were not two entities. That you were separate and the subject was separate. So if you feel you visualize driving in a hilly area, going from north to the mountains, right? You were so much in that moment that the only thing that you were doing was just driving and feeling the pleasure. This is what we say Vishaya Sanlagna, marrying the subjects. If the mind is busy in the past and trying to draw happiness from the past, what it is signifying is that in the present it is not able to hunt to happiness, and it is not able to get the same higher order of happiness in the present state. Hence it is going in the past to hunt for a higher state of happiness. This is keeping the mind busy with the subjects which have happened in the past. Or it may start the imagination engine and hunt for subjects which are of higher ordeal than that grade of imagination which, and it will speculate in the future that in the future I will drive a bigger car, go to a bigger mountain with bigger plans, whatever. The mind is continuously trying to hunt happiness from material objects and it fails. Reason, it goes into the past, into the present, right? The 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 senses and the merger of the senses, they're just a vehicle. They do not have their own role play. They're just a vehicle. They do not have their own role play. They're just transmitters of information, right? You have married with them to enjoy the objects of those particular marriage. In that particular process, the object, obs- observer, and the observation that became one. It became one. The truth is, now this is where the Vedant comes into action. In every action, if you can be the observer, दृष्टा भाव में अगर आप आ जाएं, तो हर दृश्य में आपको आनंद ही आनंद दिखाई देगा, उच्च श्रेणी का आनंद। और अगर वो आनंद नहीं भी दिख रहा है तो आपको दृष्टा होने का आनंद मिलेगा। If you can be in a state of spectator and observer, whatever you will observe, you will find itself as its own bliss. Or even if you are observing situations or circumstances which are not of a higher order of happiness, which we normally call as bliss, right? The entire state of observation is not a singular state of bodily actions. Being busy in a state of observation is the highest state of being busyness and the most productive and the most universal state of being busyness. And this is what leads to bliss. Stay in this bliss. Stay as an observer of that particular picture. Hold the picture tight and be the observer of that particular picture and start deriving the bliss from that picture to this state. And once you reach to the state of the observer, relinquish the picture because pictures will come and go. The mind is already showing you pictures to come and go. Just observe. This observer, the director who is sitting on the chair when the film is running, you are the director of the movie, not the senses, not the mind, not the intellect, not the body. You, the consciousness which is inside it. Let the senses marry the objects and produce whatever ramifications of vikar that it wants to produce. Right? You just observe. This is the reason why the mind is hunting for a wavering in the past or in the future. It wants a higher degree of happiness. Being the observer, the mind submits to the observer because what it derives by being observing the universe, because the mind can only have experiences, limited mind can only have experiences of its own body, of its own actions. But the consciousness is omnipotent. It is in this body, which you are the consciousness, and it is in all other bodies. Hence, the scope of happiness of the mind has multiplied way beyond. If anything you give the mind which is a higher grade of happiness, it subsumes its existence and submits to you. This is what is called as being happy in a state of being in marriage of subjects. Right? Now let anything happen. Even if you are in a mortuary, even if you are in a marriage, it does not matter. Why? Because you are in a state of observing. And being an observer as consciousness, right? You are at a much higher state than the material actions of merger and marriage. Be in this state of observation. दृष्टा भाव में रहें. The mind will try and run new pictures. Do not allow it. Just say to the mind that you are observing there has to be only one film which is running, which is of the highest happiness ordeal. And then you draw the happiness of observing that particular process. Go back inside your intellect. Go back inside the profit loss account mechanism of the intellect and observe this thing dispassionately. Once you do it dispassionately, you'll find the bliss which is there. Slowly come back to the same picture which is running through the mind, right? And using a mental hand, not the physical hand, using a mental hand, cover the picture. And if you cover the picture with a white cloth, you'll feel that the episode is over. And it is an extremely therapeutic exercise of covering the picture in the mind because you have closed a chapter and then you move ahead. And as time permits, you can close the chapters which are running in the mind with a screen. Use a right mental hand. With a white screen, cover those pictures. Cover those pictures. Cover those movies. This is extremely therapeutic. It covers and and while in meditation, while you spend good amount of time where we are currently we do not have that time, the negative pictures which are run on your mind, if you go back in the state of meditation and you cover those pictures, this erases memories of even the actions done in the past incarnations. This method is so strong. इसे कहते हैं मानस पटल का दीप बुझाना in Vedanta. The display picture which was happening in the canvas of your mind, you have made it blank. Only, only the one who has created it can actually cover it and erase it. At this stage, you can cover and erase those. And this erases a lot of psychological traumas which people go through. Slowly come back to the physical body. Come back to the spine. See the spine must have bent or it must have been straightened. Look at the breath. The breath must have been shallow, soft, and nimble. Right? Slowly move your body, your shoulders, your neck, your hands. Rub your hands. Put it on your face. Open your eyes. Thank you. We're done with today's meditation. Any questions which I can quickly answer? Any questions which I can quickly answer?
No questions, Mr. Alok. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. I'll do. Thank you so much. We're
Thank you,
planning.
Take
Alok.
care.
Thank you.
Take care, Mr. Look.
Thank you. Thank you. We're planning to extend the timings to 30 minutes because we've realized that 15 minutes is, coming and going, and it's somehow not actually justifying the entire thing. What do you feel?
I can, but then should be by 7:30, not 7:45. Should
Exactly.
go a little later.
Yeah. So we're also trying to prepare. Then,
Yeah. A
yeah.
little earlier, then it should be fine.
Sure. Exactly. So we were thinking of 7:30 or 7:35, something like that, and
Mm.
that's how it is. So would that be fine?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
For us, okay.
Okay. So we'll restructure this because these are initial days, and
Uh-huh.
and then we'll also there's another thing. We'll also have this rather because we've received a lot of on and off payments, absorption fee. So we'll also have something which is monthly, so that once paid, then you don't need to do it again.
Yes, that will be
Yeah, that
better.
will be better. Yeah.
Yes, that creates convenience. And the idea is that in 30 minutes, there's this first couple of 5 minutes which goes into the entry into meditation. Then the next
Okay.
7 to 8 minutes, which will go into the zone of meditation, right? And then you meditate at least for 10 minutes, right?
Mhm.
I mean, obviously,
Okay.
Vedant says that you should meditate 1 hour daily, but Howard says that at
Mhm.
least you should meditate 10 minutes. So this
Okay.
10 minutes is the core time where you will actually sit silent in that particular state.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that,
Okay.
that is very important. And then the
That's right.
exit is 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So that culminates 27 to 29 minutes of the entire theory.
Okay. Yes, that's sure. A lot
So
starting like that. Can do like that.
and we will go ahead with this particular plan, right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. We look forward to have you
Okay.
again.
Good day,
Thank you.
Mr.
Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Alok. Yeah, take good care.
Take care.